Allah is the ultimate provider of every blessing, whether we recognize it or not. Everything that exists in your life, every breath, every opportunity, every moment of ease comes from Him alone. Often people associate blessings only with wealth, success, or visible comfort, but the reality is far deeper. The ability to wake up in the morning, to think clearly, to feel emotions, to walk, to speak, to love, these are all blessings that are so constant we forget their value. Allah's provision is not limited to what we ask for. It extends to countless things we never even think to request. There are dangers He removes from your path without you ever knowing, hardships He diverts before they reach you, and doors He closes for your protection. You assume you've lost something important. Understanding that Allah is the ultimate provider changes the way a person sees life. It removes dependency on people and shifts the heart toward complete trust in Him. When you realize that no human being controls your sustenance, your success, or your future, fear begins to fade. You stop chasing approval from others and start focusing on your connection with Allah. You begin to understand that what is written for you will reach you no matter what, and what is not meant for you will never come, no matter how hard you try. This belief brings a deep sense of peace because it frees you from anxiety about outcomes. You do your best, but your heart remains calm, knowing the result is already in the hands of the one who provides everything. Allah's provision is also perfectly measured. He gives not just based on desire, but based on wisdom. Sometimes you may feel that you deserve more, or that others have been given better opportunities, but Allah sees what you cannot see. He knows what will benefit you in the long term, what will strengthen your faith, and what might harm you if given too early or in excess. There are things you desperately want that, if granted, could lead you away from your purpose or bring hidden difficulties into your life. In those moments, what feels like deprivation is actually protection. Allah provides not just through giving, but also through withholding. Both are forms of mercy, though one is easier to recognize than the other. When a person truly understands that Allah is the provider of all blessings, gratitude naturally becomes a central part of their life. Gratitude is not just saying Alhamdulillah with the tongue. It is a state of the heart that acknowledges every good as coming from Allah. It changes how you react to both ease and difficulty. In times of ease, you become humble instead of arrogant, recognizing that everything you have can be taken away at any moment. In times of hardship, you remain hopeful because you know the one who gave before can give again. This mindset protects you from despair and from pride, keeping you balanced and grounded. Every breath you take is a gift from Allah, a quiet but powerful reminder of His constant mercy. Breathing is so automatic that it rarely crosses our minds, yet it is one of the most essential functions of life. Without it, nothing else matters. No wealth, no success, no plans. Each inhale is given to you without effort, without payment, without even conscious thought. It is a continuous blessing that flows into your body day and night, whether you are awake or asleep, aware or distracted. The fact that you do not have to struggle for each breath is itself a sign of Allah's generosity. He sustains you even when you are not actively remembering Him. Reflecting on something as simple as breathing can transform your perspective. It teaches you that Allah's blessings are not always grand or dramatic. Many of them are subtle, constant, and easily overlooked. When you begin to notice these small, consistent gifts, your sense of gratitude deepens. You start to realize that you are surrounded by blessings at every moment, not just during major life events. This awareness softens the heart and brings a sense of closeness to Allah. It reminds you that He is always near, always providing, always sustaining you in ways you cannot fully comprehend. Breathing also symbolizes dependence. No matter how strong, wealthy, or successful a person becomes, they are still completely dependent on Allah for something as basic as air. This humbling reality breaks the illusion of self-sufficiency. It reminds you that you are never truly in control, and that your existence itself is a continuous gift. This understanding can bring a powerful sense of humility and sincerity into your life. It encourages you to turn back to Allah regularly, not just in times of need, but in recognition of your constant reliance on Him. Moreover, every breath carries an opportunity. It is another moment to seek forgiveness, to make dua, to do good, or to return to the right path. As long as you are breathing, your story is not over. No matter how many mistakes you have made, the door of repentance remains open. Each breath is like a silent invitation from Allah, giving you another chance to improve, to grow, and to draw closer to Him. This transforms the way you see time. Instead of taking moments for granted, you begin to value them as precious gifts that should not be wasted. When you combine the understanding that Allah is the provider of all blessings with the realization that even your breath is a gift from Him, a deep sense of awareness develops. You begin to live more consciously, more gratefully, and more peacefully. You stop measuring your life only by material success and start recognizing the richness already present within it. You understand that true blessing is not just in what you have, but in the one who gave it to you and in your ability to recognize and appreciate it. Rizq or provision comes only from Allah. And this concept reshapes the entire way a person views effort, success, and sustenance. Rizq is not limited to money or material wealth. It includes everything that benefits you. Your income, your health, your relationships, your knowledge, your peace of mind, and even the opportunities that come your way. Many people spend their lives believing that their Arabic rat, Arabic zin, Arabic kaf is controlled by their job, their boss, their connections, or their circumstances. But in reality, these are merely means, not the source. The true source is Allah alone. He can provide for you through expected paths, like a stable job or business, but He can also provide through unexpected ways that you could never have planned. A person may be highly qualified yet struggle financially, while another with fewer resources finds ease and abundance. This is not random. It is a reminder that Arabic rat, Arabic sin, Arabic kaf is written and distributed by Allah with precise wisdom. Understanding that rizq comes from Allah removes a deep layer of anxiety from the heart. It allows you to work hard without becoming consumed by fear of the future. You begin to realize that no matter how much effort you put in, you cannot take what is not written for you. And no matter how limited your means seem, what is written for you will find its way to you. This belief creates balance. It encourages effort without desperation, ambition without greed, and patience without hopelessness. When you trust that Allah is your provider, you stop compromising your values for the sake of earning more. You avoid dishonest paths because you know that Arabic fraud, Arabic sin, Arabic kaf gained in the wrong way carries no real blessing. Instead, you focus on halal means trusting that even if it appears less, Allah will place barakah in it, making it more beneficial than something gained through impermissible ways. Rizq is also deeply connected to gratitude and trust. When you are grateful for what you have, Allah increases it in ways that may not always be visible but are deeply meaningful. A small income with peace, contentment, and stability can feel far more fulfilling than a large income filled with stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. This is because true Arabic rat, Arabic sin, Arabic kaf is not just about quantity and blessing. Allah knows what will truly benefit you, not just in this life, but in the hereafter. Sometimes He gives less in material terms, but more in spiritual peace, and that itself is a greater form of provision. Recognizing this allows you to feel satisfied and secure, even when your situation does not match worldly standards of success. No one can increase or decrease what Allah has written for you. And this truth carries immense power when fully understood. It means that your Arabic rat, Arabic zin, Arabic kaf, your lifespan, your opportunities, and your experiences are all already known and decreed by Allah. People may try to help you or harm you, but they cannot go beyond what Allah has allowed. This realization frees you from excessive worry about others. You do not need to fear that someone will take away what is meant for you, nor do you need to rely completely on people to gain what is not written. Your trust shifts entirely to Allah, the one who controls all outcomes. This belief also removes jealousy and unhealthy comparison. When you see someone else with more wealth, success, or ease, you understand that this is their portion, just as you have yours. Their Arabic rat, Arabic sin, Arabic kaf does not reduce yours, and your Arabic rat, Arabic sin, Arabic kaf does not reduce theirs. Everyone is being tested in different ways with different forms of provision. Some are tested with abundance, while others are tested with scarcity. Both are trials, and both require gratitude and patience in different forms. When you internalize this, your heart becomes lighter. You stop looking at others with envy and start focusing on your own journey, trusting that Allah has given you exactly what you need for your path. Moreover, knowing that nothing can change what Allah has written does not mean you stop striving. Instead, it gives your effort purpose and sincerity. You work hard because you are commanded to strive, but you leave the results to Allah. This protects you from burnout and disappointment. If things do not go as planned, you do not feel completely shattered because you know that it was never meant to happen in that way. Instead, you look for the wisdom behind it, trusting that something better may come or that you have been saved from something harmful. This mindset turns setbacks into stepping stones and failures into lessons rather than sources of despair. At the same time, this belief strengthens your connection with Dua. Even though everything is written, Allah has allowed certain matters to change through sincere supplication. Dua becomes a way of expressing your dependence, your hope, and your trust in Him. You ask not because you doubt His plan, but because you know He loves to be asked the power to grant what is best for you. This balance between accepting the decree and actively making dua creates a dynamic relationship with Allah, where your heart remains engaged, hopeful, and connected. Ultimately, understanding that rizq comes from Allah and that nothing can change what He has written brings a profound sense of peace and stability. It anchors your heart in certainty. Even when life feels uncertain, you no longer feel like you are chasing the world in desperation. Instead, you walk through life with calm confidence, knowing that what is yours will reach you at the right time, in the right way, and for the right reason. Even small blessings are signs of Allah's mercy, yet they are often the most overlooked. Human nature tends to focus on what is missing rather than what is present. People wait for big moments, wealth, success, recognition to feel grateful, while ignoring the countless small gifts that surround them every single day. A peaceful moment, a smile from someone, a problem that quietly resolves itself, a meal on time, a body that functions without pain. These are all blessings that come from Allah's mercy. They may appear ordinary, but their consistency is what makes them extraordinary. If even one of these small blessings were taken away, life would suddenly feel much heavier. Recognizing small blessings transforms your perspective. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Instead of constantly feeling like something is lacking, you begin to see how much you already have. This awareness builds a deeper connection with Allah because you start noticing His presence in the details of your life. You realize that He is not only there in major turning points, but also in the quiet, everyday moments. This recognition softens the heart and brings a sense of calm. It teaches you that Allah's mercy is not distant or rare. It is continuous and all-encompassing. Small blessings also serve as reminders. They remind you to remain humble, to avoid arrogance, and to stay grounded. When things are going well in a subtle way, it is easy to take them for granted. But when you consciously acknowledge these blessings, you protect yourself from becoming ungrateful. You begin to appreciate what you have instead of constantly chasing what you don't. This mindset brings contentment, which is itself one of the greatest blessings. Contentment does not mean you stop striving. It means your heart is at peace while you strive. Gratitude increases blessings, and this is a principle that operates both spiritually and practically. When you are grateful, you open the door for more Arabic alif, Arabican, Arabicate, Arabicrat to enter your life. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is an active state that involves recognizing, appreciating, and using blessings in the right way. When you thank Allah sincerely, you are acknowledging His favor, and this acknowledgement strengthens your connection with Him. In return, Allah increases you not always in the same form, but in ways that are more meaningful and beneficial. The increase that comes from gratitude is not limited to material gain. It can appear as peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, strength during hardship, or unexpected ease in difficult situations. A person who practices gratitude regularly often experiences a sense of fulfillment that cannot be explained by external circumstances alone. This is because gratitude shifts the internal state. It trains the mind to focus on positivity, to see Arabic alif, Arabicate, 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 Arabicrat, even in challenges, and to remain hopeful regardless of the situation. Over time, this mindset creates a more stable and resilient personality. Gratitude also changes how you interact with others. When you are grateful to Allah, it naturally reflects in your behavior toward people. You become more kind, more patient, and more appreciative of what others do for you. This strengthens relationships and creates a positive environment around you. In contrast, a lack of gratitude often leads to dissatisfaction, negativity, and strained relationships. A person who constantly complains or overlooks blessings tends to feel restless no matter how much they have. This shows that blessings are not just about what you possess, but how you perceive and respond to it. Moreover, gratitude acts as protection. It protects your blessings from being lost or becoming a source of harm. When you use what Allah has given you in the right way and remain thankful, you are more likely to maintain those blessings and benefit from them. On the other hand, when blessings are taken for granted or misused, they can be reduced or even taken away. This is not just a warning, but also a reminder of how important it is to stay conscious of what you have. In moments of hardship, gratitude becomes even more powerful. It does not mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it means finding something to be thankful for even within difficulty. This could be the strength to endure, the lessons being learned, or the hope that things will improve. This type of gratitude brings Arabic noon, Arabic wow, Arabic rot into dark moments. It keeps you connected to Allah and prevents you from falling into despair. It reminds you that even when life feels heavy, there are still blessings present, and there is still mercy surrounding you. When you combine the awareness of small blessings with consistent gratitude, your entire outlook on life begins to change. You become more mindful, more peaceful, and more connected to Allah. You stop waiting for extraordinary moments to feel happy and start appreciating the beauty of ordinary ones. This shift not only increases your blessings, but also allows you to truly experience and enjoy them in a deeper, more meaningful way. Complaining reduces the beauty of blessings even when those blessings are still present in your life. When a person constantly focuses on what is missing, what is difficult, or what is not going according to their expectations, they begin to overlook what they already have. This does not mean that expressing pain or seeking help is wrong, but there is a difference between honest expression and habitual complaining. Complaining as a mindset shifts your attention away from gratitude and toward dissatisfaction. Over time, it trains your heart to become restless. No matter how much Arabic alif, Arabic clam, Arabicate, Arabicate, Arabic rot surrounds you. A person who complains often lives in a state of emotional heaviness. Even if their life is filled with opportunities, comfort, and support, they struggle to feel content because their focus is always on the negative. This creates a cycle where blessings lose their impact. What once brought joy becomes normal, then overlooked, and eventually even taken for granted. In contrast, someone who consciously avoids excessive complaining and instead practices patience and gratitude experiences the same life in a completely different way. Their heart remains lighter, and they are able to find meaning and beauty even in small moments. Complaining also affects your relationship with Allah. When it becomes excessive, it can reflect a lack of trust in His wisdom and plan. It may subtly suggest that what has been given is not enough or not fair. This weakens the sense of Arabic rat, Arabic ada, Arabic alif, contentment and reliance on Allah. On the other hand, when a person chooses to turn their struggles into dua instead of complaint, their pain becomes a means of connection rather than distance. They still acknowledge difficulty, but they do so with humility and hope, trusting that Allah understands their situation better than anyone else. Another impact of complaining is that it influences the environment around you. Negativity spreads easily. When you constantly express dissatisfaction, it can bring down the energy of those around you and affect relationships. People may begin to feel drained, and even positive situations can start to feel heavy. In contrast, someone who maintains a balanced perspective, acknowledging hardship but focusing on Arabic alif, Arabicate, 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 Arabicra, creates a more uplifting and supportive atmosphere. This does not mean pretending everything is perfect, but it means choosing not to let negativity dominate your mindset or your interactions. Learning to reduce complaining requires awareness and discipline. It involves catching yourself when you start focusing too much on what is wrong and gently redirecting your thoughts toward what is still right. It means reminding yourself that every situation, no matter how difficult, still contains some form of blessing or lesson. This shift does not happen overnight, but with practice, it becomes natural. Over time, your heart becomes more resilient, and your ability to handle challenges improves. You begin to see that peace is not found in having a perfect life, but in having a balanced perspective. Allah provides in ways you never expect, and this is one of the most comforting truths for anyone facing uncertainty. Life often does not unfold according to our plans. We set expectations, create timelines, and imagine specific outcomes, only to find that things take a completely different direction. In those moments, it is easy to feel lost or disappointed. But what we fail to realize is that Allah's plan is not limited by our imagination. He can open doors we never even knew existed and bring Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic it, Arabic rat into our lives from sources we could never have predicted. Unexpected provision often comes at the most surprising times. It may come after a period of patience when you feel like nothing is changing. It may come in a form that looks different from what you asked for, but turns out to be better for you. For example, a missed opportunity may lead you to something more suitable. A delay may prepare you for a greater responsibility. Or a hardship may strengthen you in ways that make future ease more meaningful. These moments remind you that Allah is always working behind the scenes, arranging things in a way that aligns with His wisdom. This understanding encourages trust and surrender. It teaches you to let go of the need to control every detail of your life. While effort and planning are important, there must also be space for trust in Allah's plan. When you accept that provision can come from unexpected sources, you become more open and less rigid. You stop limiting your hope to specific outcomes and instead trust that whatever Allah chooses for you will carry goodness, even if you do not immediately understand it. Unexpected provision also strengthens faith because it creates moments of realization. When something good comes into your life in a way you never anticipated, it becomes a clear sign of Allah's power and care. It reminds you that He is capable of changing situations instantly, of bringing ease after difficulty, and of providing beyond your expectations. These experiences build certainty in your heart, making it easier to trust Him in future situations. At the same time, this concept teaches patience. Just because provision is coming does not mean it will come immediately or in the way you expect. There may be a period of waiting, and that waiting itself is part of the journey. It teaches reliance, strengthens character, and deepens your connection with Allah. When the provision finally arrives, it often carries a greater sense of appreciation because of what you went through before receiving it. When you truly believe that Allah provides in unexpected ways, your outlook on life becomes more hopeful and less anxious. You no longer feel trapped by your current circumstances because you know they can change at any moment. You understand that closed doors are not the end, and that what is meant for you can reach you through paths you never imagined. This belief allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that even when you cannot see the way, Allah is Arabic Kaf, Arabic Alif, Arabic Dala, Arabic Rat over all things, and is Arabic Kaf, Arabic Alif, Arabic Dala, Arabic Rat to provide for you in ways far beyond your understanding.